Greetings viewers, I'm back, and this time I'm going to be showcasing my Chaos Army. Please keep in mind while watching this that there is quite a bit of stuff that is either A, unfinished, or B, I painted early on before I really had an idea of what I was doing, so some of it does not look all that great. So please be kind. And I'll go ahead and just jump right into showcasing some of the HQs that I have. Right here I've got Typhus. We've got Abaddon. There's a generic Chaos Lord. This is one of the models again that I painted kind of early on. So it's anything in that basic green color is going to be kind of nasty looking. There's a Forge World model that's Terminator Lord Zoo4. He has a little Imperial Guard body up there. There is Karn the Betrayer. I've got my Nurgle Demon Prince back here. That's the metal one, so he's nice and heavy. He's got his magnetized wings. This is just one of the generic plastic Demon Princes. Again, one of my earlier painted models. And then his brother over here that's red. He's got a little Defiler mask on. I've got the Pewter, I think it's the Demon of Change, I believe is what this one is. And I put some Pegasus wings on it so that it could fly around. This is the Dark Vengeance, what is this, the Hellbrute. It's assembled and cleaned up, but it's not painted. I've got an old metal Dreadnought there, painted up in the Black Legion colors. His arms are all magnetized, and he has different weapon options available. And this is the Forge World Nurgle Dreadnought, who also has magnetized arms. He's just been base coated in some green, and he's on the Forge World base as well. Nothing done really to him yet. This is my original Defiler. He's painted up Black Legion style. He's got a little Necron in his claw that he's crushing there. His arms are also magnetized, so he's got his Reaper autocannon there, and he's got two of the close combat arms on. And then this is my other Defiler that's all magnetized and Nurglified, and basically every component on this thing is magnetized. All his arms, the torso comes off, the battle cannon pulls out, the two front claws pop off. Just for weapon destroyed or wreck results on while you're playing. Got all my Rhinos back here. These two are assembled and unfinished. They've got all their battle damage, such as being like having melted holes through them, bullet holes, all this such, spikes, skulls on top. This one's a little Nurglified. It's got some sand for little gritty parts once you paint over it, some fleshy bits. It's got the Forge World doors on it. The side doors are also magnetized, so those pop off. And then just basic plain black one. Never really got around to doing much with it. Green one of the first ones. Actually, that's I think the first model that I ever painted was that one. White one that I was going to paint green to match for my Nurgle theme. And then there's it's basically white, but it's been sepia and mud washed to make it all dirty. It's for my Berserkers. He's got a Berserker popping out of the hatch there. Bullet holes in it and battle damage. We'll move on over here. We have some unfinished, these are Forge World conversion Death Guard Terminators. So the torsos and the shoulder pads are all Forge World resin parts, and the rest of it is the normal Terminator plastic models. So those are all trimmed up, assembled, but haven't even been primed yet. And then I've got two other sets here. These are the first Terminators I painted. They're in Black Legion colors. This one's impaling a Kroot with his chain fist. And then the ones back here that are white, these are actually the Forge World World Eater Terminators, so their torsos are all the resin Forge World pieces on normal Terminator parts. And then we've got my Death Guard Terminators here that are actually painted. All their arms, and again, all these Terminators, every one of their arms and torsos are magnetized, so you can swap out different weapon options. So you can see here I've got a pair of lightning claws that I can put on them. They've got chain fists, different power weapons, multi-meltas, all that fun stuff. I've got 6 Obliterators back here. These are the metal ones. I replaced the Down syndrome looking heads with the normal Terminator ones since I had leftovers for using the Forge World Terminator conversions. So there's just 6 of those. Land Raider here painted up somewhat Black Legion style. This one is just white for now. I haven't really got around again as usual to doing much. The side sponsons on this one actually pop off. Unfortunately, the front hatch on this one doesn't open because I put the Forge World doors on there and there was a little size issue, so it wasn't lining up right, so I had to glue it shut, which kind of stinks, but it still looks cool, I guess, with those doors. Got a Vindicator back here again, the original green color I was using. Nothing special about it. Move on to our troops. This is one of my Skull Champions for my Berserkers that has been assembled, put together. His arm holding the little Tyranid head here was supposed to be kind of a power fist. As you can see, like this one here, it has guts hanging out and little claw arms. I was just trying to squeeze the Berserkers into my Nurgle themed army, so they're kind of gruesome a little bit. They got the little 3-hole motif going on, some battle damage. So that one's not painted. This one is. He's all stabbed up with knives. His power fist again is magnetized so it can come off. You can give him a power weapon or something. And then just all my Nurgle Zerkers here with claw arms, guts hanging out, missing horns, damaged up bodies. This one's got a chain fist or chain sword incorporated into his little fist there. So I've got 2 groups of those. And then turn him around. I just decided to have a party when I wasn't looking. So there's again another, that's a Plague Champion. He's been stabbed with a, looks like a force weapon. He has a Grey Knight head impaled on his little spiky backpack. Little Space Marine helmet down there. And this one's painted. Again, both of those arms, which are supposed to be power fists, are magnetized. Same thing with the one on the right there. That's a little pointy bone bit. He's got a little towel head stuck on his backpack. And then we've got all these other, again, these are Forge World conversions here. They have the little Death Guard kits. Those ones all in the front are painted. And then I've got a whole set of them in the back here that are assembled, put together, and not painted. They're not even primed, actually, but they've been trimmed up with mold lines. The guys that have their hands like that are all magnetized. You can see the magnet there. I've got a bunch of different options: flamethrowers, meltas, bolters, all that plasma guns and stuff that I can easily just swap out. They're all the same polarity, so they all work. These are my generic Space Marines. Again, you see that horrible green color. That was the part of the battle force that I originally bought. So they're all painted horribly in that ugly green. There's the one chosen that I assembled before I realized how horrible they were that came with the battle force. Here I have 2 of the little Cultist Champion guys that came with the Dark Vengeance kit. They've been trimmed up, assembled. They haven't even been primed yet. These here were my Raptors that I've kind of created because I bought the metal ones here that I really didn't like because they kept falling over. They were heavy and they just seemed a little weird. So I decided to make my own. All their wing backpack pieces are magnetized. It's the same wing backpack things that come for the chosen option. I just had to get my hands on a couple extras. These guys here, I forget what the Forge World kit is. It was part of the, I think, some of the Imperial Guard, like the Traitors or something. I use these as my chosen. There's 5 of them. All their arms are magnetized again to accept all the same weapon options that they have available. This here, now we're getting into all the really unfinished stuff. This is the Dark Vengeance stuff. Those are all the chosen. And then I think that was Cranon the Relentless, I think his name was. Not really assembled. I kind of haven't had a chance to get him even primed yet. Here I've got one Chaos Bike that's been assembled with all the bases and the parts for the rider inside the little tub there. And then I've basically got enough to make 5 Chaos Bikers, so included in all that there. Over here, all the cultists that come in Dark Vengeance are still on the sprue. I only took off the 2 champion guys, so all the rest of them that come in the package are still on the sprue. And I still have a Helldrake that is on the sprue with instructions and base, and haven't even clipped a single piece out to start putting it together. And then not only out of all that do I've also got 2 big buckets here, plus another tub somewhere that's full of just random bits. These are all like the extra parts of vehicle things that weren't used, or Terminator parts, or things from the Forge World kit that kind of superseded using these. So I've got 2 bins full of just sprues, just chock full of all kinds of chaos goodness. So again, a lot of stuff unfinished. Some of it's really ugly. I haven't got a chance to get around to doing much with it, but we'll see what happens with it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.